Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Good
morning.
Wake your ass up.
It's the Man Cave Morning Show.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up. I'm amped up, as always. Excited, man.
It's the Man Cave
Thursday edition of the Man Cave Morning Show. We got some things to talk about. Discuss.
Yes.
Things going on in this crazy world, crazy people, all of that. Today on the Man Cave Morning Show. Oh, there's some things to talk about. Believe me. Believe me. But first, let me introduce the awesome squad in the building.
It's the Man Cave.
Yes. To my right, sitting next to me, my man 50 Grand. Always with the plan.
Yes.
My dude Smooth.
What's up, y'all? Good morning.
Welcome. All right. And to the far right. Yes, it's the dude that gets a little rude. Especially when he's in a bad mood. We call him Deacon Woo Woo.
Let's get it. Wu-Tang is for the children. Wakanda forever.
And to the left of me. Yes.
The spicy.
The wonderful. Spicy.
The beautiful.
The sizzling.
The hot tamale.
The shaker. The baker.
The hot frying pan. Sizzle grease.
The sour patch maker. We call her Hurricane Kiss.
Good morning.
The hurricane.
Yes. And I am humbly at your service, man.
Yes.
Storm, Norm the General. Salute to you all. Peace and blessings. One
Chief
love.
bottle washer.
One love, good people.
All right.
Salute to you all. Now, first, I'd be remiss if I did not give some shout outs and some love. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on Twitter.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on Periscope. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on the mother site, WBKS1.com. Yes. Shout out to everybody watching us live right now on FB, Facebook. Love you people. Salute. Share it out to the world. No matter where you at, whatever platform you're listening, share it out to the world. And shout out to everybody listening to us live on that TuneIn app.
You got it.
You already know what it is. If you don't have the TuneIn app by now, download it.
It's free.
It is free. It is popping. All right? So clap it out to everybody on those platforms. Let me give a little love to everybody trickling in. Yes. Shout out to Paul Joseph Williams on the check-in. Good morning, Paul. Teresa Robinson on the check-in. Good morning, team. Tony James, filmmaker, on the check-in. What's up, bruh? Julius Gray on the check-in. Janine Williams on the check-in. Tammy Walker on the check-in. Lucretia Linus Roars Bellamy on the check-in. Shout out to Rodney Scott on the check-in. Sonia Avant on the check-in. What's up, mama? Shout out to John Booth. Good morning, cuzzo. And everybody trickling in, man. Good morning to you all. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. She's happy. It's a good day for me. Yes. It's a very good day. Anybody got a birthday today? Let us know. We will shout you out and show you some love on the Man Cave Morning Show. So
Leo season.
Yes. Shout out to Greg Booth. Booth, Cuzzo on the check-in. What's up, family? What's up, my baby? G. All right, no doubt. Let's clap it up for them all, man. All right. Let's get this thing started, man. The Man Cave Morning Show. We got some things to talk about today. So one of the things we are going to discuss today and talk about is Have you ever?
Have you ever been the victim of social media stalking, or have you been the stalker?
Yes. Yes. And we're going to talk about some things to watch out for, you know, when it comes to stalkers, all right? So we're going to talk about that today. And we got some situations as well. Also, we're going to talk about gossip between friends. Also becomes gossip about you. Watch your inner circle. Watch it. We want to know, do you have a personal story about any one of these things? So we're going to talk about it today on the Man Cave Morning Show. First and foremost, squad, how y'all feeling?
I'm good. I'm good.
We are live.
Yes, blessed. Yeah, I'm on. I'm laughing at Linus Roar. She said, "It's Smooth's birthday. It's not really my birthday, but I'm saying that it is because I'm alive." And that's why I woke up again today, so it's my birthday. Every day is my birthday.
No doubt. Salute, salute.
But thank you.
So clap it up, man, for your fake ass birthday.
No, I'm Capricorn. I'm always gonna represent Capricorn.
No doubt.
Capricorn.
All right. So now, we want to know these things. Have you, anybody in here, ever been a victim of stalking? Anybody?
Yes.
All right.
She said yes.
Wow. Okay. Kiss. Let's go right to it.
Wow.
Tell me your stalking situation, your stalking story.
Well, the first one that I had when it came to social media, I thought it was just like somebody who was a fan, because that's how they presented themselves, asking, okay, would I follow the page, blah, 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 blah. So normally, if you follow my page, and a lot of people don't believe this, but people that follow my page, I've known them for years. And if it's not through the industry, through that we develop, they're like family and friends from, like, you know, my old neighbors or whatever the case is. Rarely do I like to let people into my IG, you know, especially when it tells my family.
Yeah.
So this guy was like, oh, you know, I'm a fan, whatever, was mentioning all these shows. Oh, we met here, we met there, had all these, you know, these facts. So I'm like, okay, I'll let him in, you know, because he's a fan. It ended up being the next person. Like, I can't even call him a boyfriend because we never dated. It was somebody who was interested, and I didn't really give him the time of day or whatever the case was, and he was posing as someone else just to get into my page.
Wow.
So every day it was like,
He's catfishing you?
I don't know what the hell he was doing, but I noticed that he was going to like pictures and videos from like way back when, like 164 weeks ago, commenting on stuff. Oh, this is just as beautiful as I remember. Then he started commenting stuff, personal things about me, like, oh, I remember when so and so. So I'm like, I thought you were So I'm like, okay, that's the last time I'm gonna let somebody in. And it just kept on and kept on and kept on. Then the DMs got crazy to the point that I had to block them. And it was to the point that I was like, okay, either you stop, or because I do know where you are, and I'm gonna get the authorities to deal with you. I'm not even gonna go.
Wow.
Yeah, it got scary. So I just had to like shut that down real quick.
Wow.
So we asking that question to y'all. Have anybody out there listening ever been a victim of stalking, or were you the stalker? Be honest enough. Tell your story. Let's keep it transparent on the Man Cave Morning Show.
I would like a stalker to call in.
It's
anonymous.
All the time, actually.
It's anonymous.
We have stalkers calling all of the time.
The mindset of that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
It's cuckoo. Deranged.
Lucretia said, yes, I've been stalked before. Damn crazy people.
Wow.
Tammy Walker said, haven't been the stalker, but the secret admirer. Tammy, tell us about that secret admirer. Really? It's a thin line between love and hate. So I was going to go between secret Tammy admirer and stalker. All right. Tammy, tell us your story. Good morning, Juanita. Good morning.
Tammy, you should call in.
Yes, welcome to the show.
Please call in.
Please call in.
Keishelle, shout out to you. And good morning. So we're talking about stalking. Have you ever been a victim of stalking? What's up, mama? And or were you the stalker? You know what I'm saying? Because secret admirer.
Julius said he was a victim of stalking.
Okay, you was a victim of stalking. Share your story. We want to know this morning on the Man Cave Morning Show. And let's go right into this one story while we waiting for y'all to share your stories. All right. Yeah, let's go into this. And
you Kiss, need Jesus.
Set it up before we run the video. Tell everybody what it's about. And
is this Loco and the Cocoa Girl?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Loco and the Cocoa.
This is Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yes. Okay, so somebody near and dear to me sent me this link from Instagram, right? And I'm like, okay, who is this person? And then he kept sending me some more stuff. I'm like, all right, she's bugging out. Then he kept sending me some more stuff. I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? So then it came to me. I was like, all right, either she's a fan, she could be a groupie, it could be somebody he smashed, we don't know. But as you keep looking and looking and looking, like after a while I was like, I'm over it. I don't want to hear nothing about this girl no more, whatever. It's annoying. But then you really kind of like start to wonder, like, why is she doing this? Like when you go to somebody's page and you see every single post about the same redundant thing and the same person. So that's when I did my research and I was like, this might be something that we can talk about because she's. I hate to call her batshit crazy because to me I think that there's something really wrong with her and that she maybe in fact might need help because when you go to her, I went to her live one time and you could tell that it was like close family and friends of hers that kept saying, shut this off, like please call me, we're here to help or whatever. So I think that there's something deep there. Whether or not he allegedly smashed or not, we don't know. But homegirls, she cuckoo.
Okay. Right. So okay, you're leaving some things out. Who is she?
Well, okay.
Set it up.
Well, she is. I'm guessing she's like an Instagram. I don't know if she should be like a video vixen because she has like different pictures from like different whatever.
Former video vixen.
Yeah.
Who's she mainly stalking?
She's mainly stalking 50.
Okay.
And there's word that 50 has since blocked her page, even though she constantly tags him. But it's 50's the one that she's like after, and she makes up these allegations about them going on vacations together. He came over and brought her tacos. They meeting up at Starbucks, and she'll buy 2 like mocha lattes and be like, "I'm waiting for boo, drinking one." Like she's bugged out, and she's not really there. She even goes on live, sitting in front of like strip clubs, like, "Oh, he's coming to pick me up. He's coming to pick me up." And then 10 seconds later, she's posting another one where she's walking. Everybody's like, "I thought he was picking you up. Why you walking?"
Hold on. Yeah. She got a plate of food.
All right, so
and
here's
then buy
a clip.
another plate of food and be like, "It's for my boo."
No, and the one with she said she was sharing cookies one time with him, and she's like,
sharing
"Oh, me and
cookies.
50, we fighting over cookies." And she
but
keeps showing like behind her, ain't nobody there.
It's a clip of 50 Cent's stalker.
She's crazy.
All right, here's one of the clips.
At least one of them.
She posted up, and
And you passed the simple.
this is crazy. Here you go.
So I just feel naive and I feel stupid and I feel used, I feel wasted.
I've said it before and I will say it again. Putin is a thug and a bully. The hackers used the same strategy to break into the emails of Clinton's campaign trail, but this time they failed.
Russia has built a magnificent overt offensive cyber capability that cannot be deterred.
Late today, President Trump held his first security meeting on election.
I just don't understand. I don't.
After the White House
I don't fucking understand. And I officially hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I don't even want to be here anymore. I have fucked up my entire life doing this shit. And I feel so alone and so empty. I hate this shit.
This is an old post.
Yeah.
It's an old post. So she got a lot of new ones or whatever like that. So for those that may be like, oh, she's going through something. There's some newer posts where she still, when she got 2 meals right here and saying 50 is right next to her, whatever. And 50 is nowhere, really in the clip of nowhere. There's other posts of her in a hotel, newer ones, in a hotel, whatever, saying she's waiting for 50 to come pay her bill, whatever, for the hotel, and some craziness, right? So this is a crazy, obsessed person that 50 had to block or whatever like that. And he needs to be concerned, in case he runs into this young lady out in public again. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? He may have to fear for his life. You know what I'm saying? His life may be in danger. You never know. So this is a case of stalking to the extreme.
Okay, see, the clip that you played made me so empathetic. You dig what I'm saying? Like you didn't show like the cuckoo clip. So to be serious for a minute, because then I'm a clown. But to be serious, that's a person with clear signs of mental illness that really needs help.
Right.
That being said, I am crazy, but I have enough presence of mind to film myself
Yeah, in this crazy state.
In this crazy state. Wait. And then put it out there. Right? So I can feel myself, but I don't got to hit send. Right? So that denotes intention. So while I do have empathy and sympathy for her, she needs help. The other side of it is like you have enough sense to film yourself and then release it, which is probably not just a cry for help, but you want attention. I mean,
right.
The serious part of the show has just ended. Let's clown on him.
Hey, stupid.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, you know, listen. So, I guess you become a hip hop star and a big rap star to smash groupies. What part of the game is no disrespect to nobody? Groupie game is real. You just smash a groupie, and the next thing you know is this. Like, okay.
So all her posts in recent posts is all about 50. Yeah. So
everything is
kind of delusional.
Yeah, her whole page basically is about 50, and also like on a real recent post, she's like rapping to him and everything.
You have that clip?
Yo, it's crazy. I wish I had. I'll get
that one up.
Yeah,
that's the one you should have showed.
She's talking about she having a party
so
in her
I
purse.
won't feel guilty about clowning her ass.
Yeah. Now here's one that got serious, and we need to talk about this. Here's one that got serious, and it was on the news. And I'm going to run this clip. So basically, this man went out on one date with this woman, and after the date, she sent him in a matter of time. She sent him like 65,000 texts. All right, so we're gonna take this call.
Not even physically possible.
Call it. I agree. Call it from the 336.
My name is Tammy Walker, the stalker calling.
Hey, stalker.
Hey.
Stalker Walker.
Good morning, Stalker Walker.
Okay, here's my quick story. The guy that I'm engaged to now, I stalked him for literally 30 years. Yes, 30 years.
Wow.
We were best friends. I lost contact, but I would like leave notes on his car. I would like send him like a rose that he never knew was me, and he would tell me about somebody was leaving stuff, and I would never say anything. I didn't have the nerve to tell him to change the friendship to a relationship, so I wanted to test him to see how he was feeling. He was getting so angry with the person that I was like, damn, he doesn't want anyone serious. But 22 years later, I told him that it was me. He laughed, and he still calls me the stalker to this day.
Wow.
Now,
oh my Lord,
that's a good story.
He was like, I didn't even know you liked me like that. You were stalking me. He was like, he said, at one moment I started to set a trap for you because I didn't know who was leaving these things. But yeah, I stalked them.
Wow.
Wow.
I my best friend.
So
I love him.
question.
I'm going to marry him on the 28th of September, but yes, I stalked him for 30 years.
Wow. Oh, so she just answered my question. That's great.
So
yeah, I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel no kind of way about it and everything like that, because it wasn't stalking to the point where I was scaring the person, making the person, scared for their safety or anything like that. It was like more of a nuisance.
So that's why you said you were more of a secret admirer.
Yeah. I was more of a nuisance to him. And then when I saw that he was getting annoyed, I stopped it because it was really pissing him off that he didn't know who was in these private areas of his. He was like, well, how did they get here? Well, how did they leave these things here? So then when I saw that it was like, going a little bit overboard, I stopped. But I waited years later to tell him that it was me.
So let me, first of all, thank you for your honesty and your transparency. That's number one. Number two, we love you. Now that's out of the way. That's out of the way. Do you see at all
that you were crazy?
Do you see how it can make somebody uncomfortable? That
yes, I did.
Okay, and your husband says
that's what she stopped.
And your husband says it's cool, but
you know what? It was uncomfortable. It was making him uncomfortable. He was like, how this person get access to this area? When I saw that part, I was like, hey, this is not cool. And then I pulled back, and then all he know is that the stalker fell off.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you gotta look at it. Dr.
Off the stalker, and like I said, I waited like years later to tell him that was me, and he was like, "Don't do that." He was like, because that meant, he said it did kind of like freak me out.
Yeah.
He was like, and at one point he told me, I didn't know it. He said, I started carrying my weapon because he's an officer.
Right,
He said, I started carrying my weapon off duty.
Wow.
He said, because he said, well, you don't know who it is. He said, not that anything wrong with it. He said, I started thinking it was a guy. He said, hold up. He was like, wait a minute.
Right.
This person don't want to acknowledge who they are. They don't want to come forth. And he was like, if it's a guy, it's a problem.
Yeah,
So,
agreed.
yeah, when I saw that he was confiding in me as a friend about it, I stopped it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say.
But it did make me nervous. It does make the person wary. It makes them very uncomfortable. They, in the beginning, it's flattery, but then when it starts going, beyond when you don't know who it is, it does make the person kind of nervous and on edge. Never do that again.
I think it was because of the fact of, like you said, you were getting into somewhat of intimate spaces with him, that he's like, whoa, like, how is this person infiltrating, getting to this place?
Right.
Like, it has to be somebody close to me, or somebody's really like on their I Spy-ish, so I'm with him. Like, I would have been the same way. I'd have been carrying a gun too. Like, listen, I don't know who's jumping out of the trees, behind bushes, what it is.
So sis, from your so from your perspective, let me just understand. Okay, let me understand where you were coming from, though. Let me understand where you're coming from. You just generally had affection for this person, and that's how you felt you could express it. I mean, where were you? What was your psychology? What was your thought process in doing what you did?
I'm gonna tell you, one you said we romanticized that stuff. Oh, this would be romantic if someone came from me like that. You're not thinking about the other person. So in my head, I was like, it would be a romantic story for the beginning of how we began. And in my head, you know what? I'm gonna tell you this:
go ahead.
Person that's stalking you has this infatuation in their head that they make it feel like of this thing.
Yeah, right.
And that's what they did. And to me, it was okay because I was like, I love him. This is my best friend.
Right.
This is the way I'm gonna show him that I love him. But that was what I was thinking. You always have to consider the other person.
To have empathy for another person. Right.
Wow.
I guess too, when you talk about stalkers, in your case, I guess it worked out for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, in your case, but like a
He
lot of
shouldn't like it. And even years later, when we talk about it, he said, then I was like, trying to talk to his sister, like asking her questions,
right?
And he was just like, you know what, that he wasn't flattered by that. He is the type of person, I don't know if you guys believe in signs, but he's a Sagittarius. And he's like this, you got to come up to me and be direct with me and talk to me. I'm not into all these little games. So he feel like if you're a woman about yours, it's nothing wrong with you being direct with me and telling me how you felt. So still to this day, he's not flattered by it.
Right. And see, one thing with stalkers too, that kind of fuels them is rejection.
Oh wow!
Right.
Yes.
Rejection really fuels us.
You're right.
Right. The more you reject it,
I'm sitting up here, dumbfounded.
Yeah. Think about it. A lot of people don't know how to handle rejection well.
So Tam, let me ask you a question. One more. If a guy did that to you, do you think you would feel the way he felt? A, and B, would you be afraid? If it were, is it different when a man? Is it different when a man does it? Because see, when a man does it, it's like call the police. I fear for my life, that type of thing.
Not now.
No, real talk. Go ahead.
Well, for women, like I said, we have this romanticized thing in our head where this is romantic.
Right.
We kind of long for those type of relationships where the guy is throwing rocks at our window. He's doing sonnets and stuff like that. To us, that's romantic until it gets creepy.
Right.
Okay.
For men, it's creepy from the beginning. Like the second, that's about the third time for a man, it's creepy at this point because you're like, whoa. Who is this? What are you doing? For a woman, she's like, oh my God, I got a secret admirer, and she thinks it's romantic in the beginning until she really doesn't know who this is, and he starts showing up in places, and she really don't, and then it starts getting a little creepy after a while. But women, no, we think differently about how men approach us. We saw that, as a part of, chivalry. Oh, he went all out his way. He did all of this thing for me and everything like that. It's all of it's crazy if you ask me now. I'm 50 years old now, looking back on it. Would I have done that? No. Today, Tammy would have did that. No. And plus, let me tell you this little tidbit. What really stopped me was one day I went over to his house, right, and all my stuff was in the garbage.
Oh, wow. Your stuff's in the garbage?
And for a stalker, a secret admirer, you take time to pick out things and create these things.
Hold on. No, wait.
Memory in this moment.
Hold on. Be
clear. So when the person throws it away, they're throwing that memory or that feeling away.
But hold on.
That's kind of what
the stuff that kind of creeped him out was in the. So in your mind, listen, this is what I gave you. Should appreciate it. In his mind, it's this creepy stalker stuff. Let me throw it in the garbage.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. Like okay. And then he didn't know it was you, and he was confiding in you when you was the one that was talking to him. You catching feelings over it.
He was confiding in me. He was calling my house like, Tammy, yo, it's on my car again. And he was like, I'm gonna keep a watch. I'm gonna put cameras out. It started freaking him out, and I was like trying to downplay it, like, no, she probably really likes you. She really dig you. And he was like, no, she creeping me out because she's coming around while I'm sleeping. She's coming up in my driveway, stuff like that. So at that point, I see that I was scaring him.
Yeah.
And then when I saw him years later, he still wasn't flat. He was like, why did you do that?
Tammy?
And then still, in our little jokey thing between them, he still called me like, you stalker.
Tammy?
You're a stalker.
You dead wrong. You dead wrong.
Little cuckoo.
All right?
I know.
And at that time.
In the words of the Honorable Chris Tucker, don't you ever do that again.
You know what?
Do you know what?
Looking back, never do that today. I just didn't know how to turn that friendship into a relationship. I just didn't know how to flip it. And in my mind, I thought this was a way to kill him. And and at one point, I thought he was going to figure out that it was me. And he just never got it.
Gotcha.
But you know what? We appreciate
we
you.
definitely appreciate you
being
calling
honest
in,
enough,
transparent,
strong enough to call in and tell that story.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I guarantee you're good looking, because if he was ugly, he would have filed charges on you. This is that pretty woman problem.
Okay. I would say I'm okay.
She be calling us right now.
So crazy ass on my face.
I'm happy to be me. Let me just put that. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm happy to be him. Okay.
No doubt.
And all these experiences make me who I am today. So
Marcus.
We appreciate you,
Definitely.
and you're beautiful, and we thank you for calling in.
Thank you for calling in. We love you.
Welcome. Have an awesome day, guys. I'll still be online with you. Bye-bye.
Keep it locked.
Wow.
That's
right now, right?
Let's read some
and so Vereen Brown said that she thinks that I'm guessing you meant men, right, Vereen? She said women are worse stalkers than men are, and I honestly I think I think this. I think that you don't know somebody until you know somebody. Yeah, so everybody, whether it's a man or a woman, is gonna come at you initially at first impression. They're gonna try to make an impression, a good impression, and they're gonna and the shiver, how she said the shivery, and they're gonna I'm doing the right things all the time. Oh, I'm courting you. I'm this. I'm that. Until the day comes and you wake up and you're like, who the hell is this woman over here? Because the crazy starts coming out. But when it comes to stalking, prime example with this girl, I don't know. I think that women are kind of like. And I don't want to say better. I'm just saying I think it's worse when it's a woman, because women were vindictive. You know what I'm saying? Women can't take rejection. I think more than men can. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because there's too much of an emotional thing there.
Yeah.
So when you drive a woman to a point where you or she, correction, not I. She can't have you. Go
ahead.
You don't understand what's going through that woman's head. There's emotions that are tying into the rest of the mental stuff. So once you get to that level, it's scary. You get what I'm saying? It's a creepy type of
Go ahead.
vibe.
And again, it goes back to because it's just like if somebody got a crush on you. I remember somebody had a crush on me.
Yeah. Okay.
The worst thing I did, knowing that I didn't feel the same way, that I didn't like them, was take something from them.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
That's the worst thing I could have did, and it was this African girl that was when I worked in Jersey City.
I want half Eddie.
Yeah. She either worked in the building. She worked somewhere in the building because I seen her somewhere. I don't know what floor, but I used to work on the 10th floor. But anyway, this African girl used to stand out by the corner because she knew I was gonna walk that way every day. And she's like, "Hi, how you doing?" I'm like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know, I'll give her a little conversation. Oh, you have a good day, and blah blah blah. And then it was every day. I said, "Yo, she know right when I'm gonna walk." Right. And then one day I came that way. She was like, she's like, "Oh, I heard you talking to somebody the other day, and it was your birthday."
What the hell?
And I was like,
"What?"
I was like, "Huh?" She's like, "So I got you a little something." Whatever, right? And it was this little bracelet thing. I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." I said, "You didn't have to do that." But she said, "No, I want you to have it. I want you to have it." Right? And then I noticed when I started going to lunch, the food court around there and everything, she used to always be around. And she would just be like looking.
Dog, she gonna put some voodoo on the bracelet.
Now, you want to hear something funny? It's not funny. And then one day I didn't see her, right? So I was like, "Oh, good." You know, I didn't see her.
She gone.
And then I'm walking, I'm cutting the corner.
She's right there.
And this broad tripped me.
Oh,
she what? She tripped me just to act like she could help me. Like I actually tripped. I was in a suit. Yo.
She could have got snuck. She could have got snuck, bro.
Bro, she's like, "Let me help
you could have snuck her. You'd have been in your rights, bro.
I realized
that is crazy.
Something ain't right. Something ain't right with old girl. Right?
The elevator wasn't going to the top floor.
Now, when she helped me out the floor, she noticed. She said, "Where's my bracelet that I gave you?"
Oh my God! How did you get out of this?
And
how did you get out of that?
I didn't wear it. Whatever. Like, she's like, "Why? You didn't like it? I can get you another one. Whatever." I'll say, "Yo, this broad crazy."
Just
crazy.
playing gay. No, girl, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, for real.
For real. I just flipped
my answer.
You gotta leave
so
me
how
alone.
I handled it. I just ate lunch inside. I started ordering lunch.
Wow.
Until
Julius
she eventually just stopped.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a month, I would never come out for lunch.
Julius Great asked earlier if the girl in the tree was stalking you.
Oh yeah, no, did have a girl in the tree.
Wow.
The squirrel.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
the squirrel.
That's crazy.
She was a squirrel stalker.
Yeah, that whole situation, and that was the one with the tuna fish.
Oh God!
That y'all take him out.
Her?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what?
Take him out.
As men, right?
Sandwich.
As men, we like a little assertiveness from a woman. Like it's sexy when a woman lets you know how she feels, because we always gotta initiate, always gotta stalk. We get tired, so we appreciate. No, we appreciate it. But when you tip over to that stalky, crazy, yeah. No, I don't even have no pun for that.
No thanks.
Thanks. It's really scary.
Demetrius said I stalked my first boyfriend after we broke up, but it worked out for me.
Juanita said North African people fall in love if you have eye-to-eye contact. No offense to anyone.
Wow.
She said no offense to anyone.
Get out of here, girl.
Why are you running?
You remember I told you that story that African chick where her lips were so big it went from my nose to my chin.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think she might have fell in love with me too.
Are we really doing this?
No, we're not really. No, we're not. We're gonna move on. Push on. I guess she's back in Nigeria.
I guess I'm lucky. I don't have any.
I love African people.
Stalker stories. I guess because how could I put this?
I am African. Part.
He said, "Yeah, we all
part of it. We all. African.
I think because people know that to some extent I'm a little crazy. Like I'm a sane kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. You know what I'm saying? I think people who actually know me and around me and meet me, they kind of know like we don't really want to mess with him like that. Like leave him alone. Let him be calm and docile. So I've never really had that type of situation with somebody because it just that's true, because it just wouldn't turn out good for them. You know what I'm saying? Like we would talk about a story off air about something, a dating situation with somebody else.
Oh,
and
God.
I told him, I was like, well, you better than me, because I would have left him there. And I'm not trying to be mean, nasty, or anything, but with the way the situation went down, I just would have been like, see ya, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So,
but that was just mean, cold-hearted, bro.
No, I would have did it nice. I would have did it in the most nicest way possibly. Rejected them.
Yo, hold on. I ain't gonna put you on blast.
No.
I ain't gonna do it.
That's too much. That's too much.
What?
P got stalking tendencies too.
I got stalking tendencies?
Before your wife. Talking about before your wife, bro.
Bro, you done lost. You done.
Bro. Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna do
but
it.
No, let's hear it. I want to hear this.
So
I'm gonna sit back. I need some tea.
So one time,
I want to hear this.
Me and P went over a female friend of mine's house. So she had a girlfriend. This was a long time ago, and she had a girlfriend. And I ain't gonna put their name. You'll know who I'm talking about, right?
Okay,
and she had a girlfriend.
That was no stalking.
And we was playing. When we was playing spades, right? And then the girl, like P, like pretty feet.
We were flirting. That's what it was.
No.
Not no
stalking.
Stalking and flirting.
So listen.
Let's not downplay the situation.
The girl had pretty feet. P likes pretty feet. So anyway, she, her feet was under the table, right? And then she said, "Oh wow, my feet hurting. My feet's hurting a little bit." And then P just put the feet up and just started rubbing. It's like, let me get that for you, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So listen,
That's called
so
smooth
the
P.
looks
That's
I
a
started getting across the
gangster
room
move.
from her girlfriend and her was like, what is this going on? My feet, whatever. So I looked at P. I was like, put the toes down. Put the toes down, bro. Yo, you don't know what I had.
Give you the
questions
sun,
I
moon,
had
and the
to answer
stars,
after
baby,
that
from
was
Smooth
like, yo,
P.
is he all right? Is he okay? I was like, nah, he was just being nice. That's my friend. He likes massaging people's feet. Stalking ass.
Whatever, homie.
Yo, was she receptive to it?
Yeah, very.
I'm asking the question.
Bro, she was scared.
Oh,
she was scared. I'm keeping it 300. Bro, you didn't hear the comments I got after. Even the girl's mama, because one of the girls' mamas was there.
God.
She gave me that look like, Norman, who did you bring into our house?
Listen. Commander P made a command decision. You understand? Bold times call for bold decisions.
There you go.
Yo, I started getting nervous. Bro. Girls with pretty feet. Because P would look at their feet and go like this. Are those sandals?
Are those sandals, Marcus?
Are
those sandals, Marcus? Are those Spartacus toes?
Oh, man.
Lord Jesus. If you just joining us, we're talking about stalkers today.
Oh, God. Oh, I love it. I love it.
Man. Y'all
I'm with P. F both of y'all.
Yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your
Take off your shoes. Take off your shoes. Take off your shoes.
All right. So
I gotta ask P something. Like P, listen. Like P, I too am crazy. And you said something to me. You said, Dawood, they can sense I'm crazy. Look, I'm crazy. So crazy people run to me. They don't repel me. They sense I'm crazy, right? And they come to me. So how come they not scared of me? What I gotta do to make crazy people?
Yo,
because they're like, you want a virus? You want a virus? 3 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock. Hello. Like they just. They can sense my crazy.
Demetrius had the feet stalk.
All right. Thirsty Jenkins, the agony of defeat.
All right, so we're going to run this other story,
God.
man. This is a more serious one.
Okay.
Okay, we are back.
And we're back.
Yes.
Let me see your pinky toe, girl. Let me see your pinky toe.
So, more serious one.
Yo.
When I heard about this one, I was like sad. Remember I was telling you about the young lady? She went on a date with this dude one time, whatever, and she sent him 65,000 texts, whatever. Here's the clip. Gonna run the clip.
Was that the actual number?
Yeah, that's what they said.
65,000.
Here's the clip right here.
User says at times he'd get around 500 text messages a day. On Friday, Scottsdale police say Jacqueline Addis showed up at the guy's work claiming to be his wife, but he wasn't there. Police finally arrested her yesterday, and she told officers she knew her statements were crazy. Today, she faced a judge for the first time, not only for the text messages, but she's also accused of trying to break into the guy's house a month ago.
You're here on a new case and a warrant. And
Yes, I'm sorry.
You've been arrested. I need to tell you why you're here.
Addis had a warrant out for her arrest because she'd skipped a court date for that alleged break-in. When police arrested her, she told officers she sent the messages because she loved the man and didn't want him to leave. Now, the accuser says at times he'd get around 500 text messages a day. On Friday, Scottsdale police say Jacqueline
That
Addis...
story, the same girl that we're talking about also sent him something saying that she wanted to bathe in his blood.
Oh wow! No.
What the hell?
There was more to it.
Yeah, keep her away.
You need to be exercised, yo.
So, but this
Real, I got
happens
the devil in you,
frequently,
son.
and sometimes, it's sad to say, tragically, it ends up in death.
Yeah.
You know, there's been a lot of Facebook stalker murders.
Yes.
Murders and people dying, and this is where it gets serious and everything.
Yeah.
We, women and men as well,
yeah,
need to be aware of the signs that they have a stalker and that they have a situation and that they have a serious problem on their hands.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
And let's read some comments from the chat real quick.
Oh man.
Oh, that's just
that was the last one I read was from
Pretty
Demetria.
Feet is a bad reputation. Ricky Williams, welcome to the show. Yeah, I got a few things right here that we can discuss. So 5 ways to react to a stalker. All right. So one of the things is that they mentioned. Let's pull up one of them. Is I know y'all want to see it too. Let me get it for y'all. Here, go right here. All right. It says inform others of your situation. Getting support from family and friends. So you let somebody else know. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? You know, like, so somebody knows. So if something happened to you.
Exactly.
Something
you know
go left, you know.
Yeah, so, yeah, let's read some of that.
One of the most important things you can do is to let people know about the stalking. Sharing your concerns with people you trust will gain you a much needed network of support. These people will also be able to keep an eye out for you and keep help you safe. But that didn't make no sense. You know what I meant?
Right.
And
help you keep safe. Yes.
Right. All right. So, okay. So, method one.
Right.
Number one is
Ceasing
really
communication.
Ceasing communication, period, with the
Right.
stalker.
Yes.
There's no need to entertain it if you know what's going on. So, number one is avoid communicating with the stalker. A stalker's behavior makes them feel they have power over you. If you provide them with any reaction, even telling them to leave you alone, they have successfully manipulated you into getting you to respond to them.
Wow.
Never respond or react to them.
Yes.
Do not respond to any of their texts, emails, website comments. Instead, save all these communications for evidence.
Yes.
Right.
Y'all hear that?
Yep.
Christ.
Save all these communications for evidence. Do not respond to any of their texts. I'm sorry. If you see the stalker, try not to show any reaction. The stalker wants to see you react to know they have control.
They want to send
Do your
fear.
best to present a stone-faced and calm exterior, but don't beat yourself up if you can't.
Right.
Their behavior is not your fault.
Right.
She's in a case of like that, young lady, you need a whole separate computer just
Yeah.
for that stuff. 65,000 texts.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
Yeah, number two is take all threats seriously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't brush
definitely.
nothing off
Wow.
lightly or whatever like
Wow.
that. They say something like, I want to bathe in your blood
Yes.
or something like
All
that.
the police.
Obvious.
The only way they can
kinda-
bathe in your blood is if they
If
kill
they'll
you.
murder you.
Exactly.
Yo.
If the stalker has directly or indirectly threatened to harm you, believe them. Contact law enforcement immediately and make plans to be safe. Make sure you record and report all details of the threat once you are in a safe place. A stalker may also threaten suicide in order to manipulate you. Particularly if you were previously in a relationship with them. If this happens, contact law enforcement. Do not allow yourself to be manipulated.
Absolutely.
Facts.
Absolutely. Number three, very important. Number three is very important.
Make changes to your technology.
Yes.
If your stalker had access to your phone or computer, get new ones. The old ones may be infected with spyware or GPS tracking devices. Get a new email
What
address
the
and phone number. Send out an email from your new email address to your close contacts. You could say, I've had to change my email because I'm currently being harassed, stalked by my ex-husband, etc. I ask that you please not share this address with others unless you have my permission. Also, change your passwords for all online accounts. I do that every month, including banking, shopping, and entertainment websites. You may wish to keep your old email and phone number active in order to collect evidence against the stalker, but have that information forwarded along to the law enforcement as well.
Very,
Keep
very
the old phone on so they can
important
keep
Right.
information.
I got you.
Very important. Two, ask for privacy on social media. All right. So ask your friends not to post any information about your whereabouts or post any pictures of you. Consider deleting your account entirely or severely restricting its use.
Right.
Your stalker may be using what you post on social media to track you down and learn about your day-to-day activities. Wow. If you know the stalker and their online identity, block them from being able to access your accounts.
Right.
All right. And 3, and then we're going to move on. Develop a plan. Yes.
Come up with a plan that you can quickly put into motion if you feel you're being threatened. This plan may include knowing a safe place to stay, having important documents and phone numbers at your disposal, or signaling people in the event of an emergency. You may wish to have an emergency bag packed if you find the need to leave quickly with necessary papers and supplies.
It's real.
Consider informing family and friends of a code word. Oh, me and the girls have that. Or phrase that indicates that you are in danger and not able to speak freely. For example, you could decide that do you want to order that food tonight? Is your signal for your friend to contact emergency service on your behalf.
Wow.
If you have children, help them know of safe places to go and people to talk to if you or they find themselves in danger. Yep.
All right. So these are just some tips we giving y'all. And hopefully y'all don't have to use,
But before we transition on, let me just lighten it up. I ain't talking about stalking, but like on Facebook, right? Check this out. I need the female perspective. I'm not saying you, kids. Chick be like, first of all, I've talked about this before, right?
Right.
I don't go to your Facebook feed to see who likes you and what they're saying. That's other people do.
Right.
I don't. That's number one. But to have a sister be like, I see such and so, as though I have control over what someone else says. In other words, I get a message. Well, who was that? First of all, what are you talking about? That picture you posted. What picture?
Oh, yeah.
So from the female perspective, and then I guess you could ask me about them, but you can't ask me because I don't do that. When a woman, maybe you broke up with them or maybe they're interested in you, starts to scroll through your feed to see how many people responded or the type of response.
Right.
Is it a heart face or
yeah.
One person said, hey, she responded under my feed. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
right.
Instead of leaving it under Dawood, they left it under the responses to other. Question: why do women do that? And is it a little? All joking aside, is it a little stalkery or is it just a nuisance?
Right.
Because I love my Facebook.
Right.
But for me to be like, Norm got 17, I don't give a damn.
Right.
Who hearts you? I don't care. I don't give a damn.
That's a sign of obsessive behavior.
Yeah.
So now, we all know obsessive behavior can eventually lead to extreme stalking.
Right.
Okay.
We all know that.
But maybe not. But go ahead.
But it can.
It could,
if you're
though.
always checking everything somebody does on social media and everything and like every post.
I'm not on that.
Everything and whatever like that. That is a sign of compulsive behavior. You know what I'm saying? That can lead to stalking.
Right.
Okay.
And but there's levels to it.
Okay.
There's levels to it.
This is what I want to ask Kiss. Me and Kiss in a relationship, we break up. It hurts my feelings to look at her social media page and she's like, I'm still gorgeous. Like, when I break up with a woman, right, I don't go to the page because it hurts my feelings. Whereas other people, it's like, let me see what they doing. Let me see who they with. And Norm, is that like a level? Like you said, it's a level. Like, I'm the exact opposite.
Right.
When me and P, FP, it's gonna hurt me to see P having a good time, so I don't go on the page at all.
Right.
I don't block P or I don't cancel him. You know what I mean? I don't cancel him, but I'm not on his site.
Oh, if I love you when we not together, I got to block you.
No, really. Is that really a case?
Yeah.
I don't want to see what you're doing. I don't want to see who you with.
All happy.
I don't want to see the new pictures. I don't want to see the new pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Because when it pop up, you know, a year ago, I'm like, a year ago I was with you.
Especially if I'm single.
And I'm single, and Kiss like, hey, with a new boo.
Exactly. Shout out to
maybe you should block. Oh,
No
okay.
doubt.
Maybe I should block people.
Shout out to Ramona Woods Black on the check-in. Hey,
What's up?
Ramona. What's up? Vegas in the building. I'm going to talk to you soon. Juanita, let's read some comments. I see some comments from Juanita.
Demetra said, I've heard of drinking your bath water but never bathing in someone's blood. Old girl is a little crazy and a few sandwiches short of a
Respect.
picnic.
Absolutely.
I've used the bathwater line, not the blood line. Sorry.
Juanita says she loves the tips on how to deal with a stalker.
Okay.
They will hurt you, you or someone you love, or themselves. Keishel. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
I think it's Keishel.
Keishel Ashung. She said, I had an ex that stalked me when I was in the army. He had to know my every move. Everyone said it was love. He ended up locking me in my house on base.
What?
He beat me up, looking back in slow motion. I moved my head and his fist went straight, through the wall. That's how hard he was hitting me.
God.
He stomped me and kicked me. He said I would always be his. Other soldiers came to my rescue. He was kicked out of the military. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's extreme.
God bless you.
Thank God you're here to talk about
Thank
it.
God you're here.
Let's clap it up.
Jesus Christ.
You just being able to talk about that.
That's right.
Sorry,
That's
I can't
right.
get back.
Julius Gray. Yes.
Some stalkers may not want to be with you sexually, but they want to be with you.
Yes.
And that's even creepier.
Yes. And you read Dimitri already? You read that one?
Oh, she had another one. She said, I have a serious question, and it may be a little racist.
What's that?
But I really don't care at this point. Why is it that all serious stalkers that end up in death are the of Caucasian persuasion? I mean, I watch an investigation ID dang near all day, and and if I can, they have shows about stalkers, and the stalkers are always white and creepy. Not trying to offend anybody, just speaking from observation.
Well, then watch the black version of that.
Yeah, because there's a lot
on
of stories
TV
too.
One called Fatal Attraction, I think.
Oh
it's
yeah,
called.
yeah.
Or
And they got snapped and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I can't even rock with that. I mean,
Yeah.
when it comes to stalkers, I noticed a girl, and I forgot her name. I think she was from Newark or whatever. She was dealing with some guy, and the guy and she didn't want to be with the guy no more or whatever, and he burnt her up, set her on fire or whatever. And I heard about about that case or whatever. That's a severe case, so I can't even put race on that one.
Right.
Stalkers come in all flavors.
I mean, I am racist when it comes to crime. Drive-by shooting, black. Shot me up into little pieces, white. So I'm racist when it comes to criminal activities. I'm just keeping it 100. Move on.
Okay.
I'm just telling you, like certain crimes I hear,
Yeah,
I'll be like
certain
this.
stuff we
I'll be
ain't
like
doing.
this. I'll be like
Yeah,
this.
I got you on
That's probably a black guy.
Yeah.
Or I'll be like, that's probably a white guy. So I feel you, baby. Go ahead.
No doubt. Tammy
He's the only racist on the planet.
Tammy
Right.
Walker said, "Me too, Norm. I blocked you and your friends." Yep.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
Ramona said, I don't let someone I'm dating become a friend on my page. That's smart.
Really? I feel exactly.
Nowadays, I could understand why she would say that.
Yeah.
Because
so
at the
I
end
can
of
be
the day,
intimate with you, but you can't be on my page.
only because of the fact that that's when all these other things start setting in. You start, like you said, you start looking at every single post. You start looking at how the person is responding.
Right.
Like this thing that social media has created with people thinking that if you put a heart under a comment, or if you put, like the hard eyes or whatever,
right.
there's certain emojis obviously that are obvious. If you put an eggplant on somebody's comment, that means
that's racist.
What does that mean?
No, it's not racist. It means you want the D.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
You want the
eggplant?
You know
Yeah,
the
the
Oh
eggplant?
no, I
It's a
thought it
sexual
was
thing.
you're black as an eggplant. See, I didn't even know.
Wow, he
know.
took it there. Nope.
So eggplant means you want the D? I didn't know that.
Eggplant is sexual. Yeah,
Yes,
eggplant is
Let
sexual.
me scroll through and see if I got some
And
eggplant
of
for
course,
some
if you put like
babies.
the yummy, the little face with the little yummy tongue. That's like you're lusting, you're flirting.
Yeah.
But if somebody says, "Hey kids, beautiful picture," I might put a heart. Doesn't mean I want to have sex with you.
So-
it just means
so-
it's a form of saying thank you. And people misread that and turn it
Oh,
into things.
true,
So
they-
Wait,
like, I
because
don't want my
use the heart
boyfriend
a
or my
lot.
husband.
I use the heart a lot.
Right, but I don't think if you know a person, you know that they're not being, you know what I'm saying, they're not being that way.
Can I be honest with you? I
Go
don't
ahead.
pay attention to no emojis.
I
I don't care. I mean, like
kinda-
the basic love and the smile,
Right.
and the thumbs up. That's all I do.
But you know what's funny? Sometimes
too.
what I do, I'll
Me
like
too.
everybody's comment and then I'll just say thank you, everyone. Unless somebody says something specific that I have to respond back to that person specifically.
Yeah.
I'll just like everything and just say thank you, because if you don't, then people are like, oh, but you said this to someone, so like, okay, and
Yeah.
does that mean that I want to sleep with the person?
Hayes
Big
Lizzie said.
misconception.
Hayes Lizzie said, I got in trouble with that eggplant emoji.
See?
See,
Tell
I
us
didn't even
your
know
story.
that's what that meant.
Ramona was black. Hey, Ramona. She said, if a person is on my page too much every time,
I get on.
yeah, I get on.
They're
They are.
stalkers.
Then you block them. Stalkers show signs up front.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes.
True. Sometimes though. Sometimes.
Yo,
do. But you know what?
I'm a supporter. So if you're a friend, or I follow you,
And I got love for you.
I'm gonna like your comments.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna like your stuff.
I'm gonna put
leave a
love
comment.
under the comment.
But you know what's crazy? My wife and I, we're friends on all of our social media.
Right, so me and
and I'm
Sandy
I actually never go to my wife's page though.
when I had a wife, I never went to her page.
I never go to her page. Like I don't
Right.
go to her page
I
and check.
page either.
And actually, our stuff
my
very
feelings.
rarely cross pages.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I don't cross her page.
I get upset. My wife don't. My wife don't like my comments. We got beef when she get home.
Okay.
For real?
She don't like a picture I put up. We got beef. Why you don't like my picture?
Wow.
I liked yours.
Y'all are funny.
But
But wait, so my question to P real quick. I know you said you don't really go to
I don't
Maria's
go to her
pages,
page at all.
But is there a reason behind it? Because you just don't care, or because you feel like if you see something stupid, you're gonna get pissed off. You don't want to have to deal with that.
I'm not that dude. I mean, it just I don't feel like
It's
I gotta
not an
go.
insecure thing.
Yeah, so I don't gotta go through there and be like, okay, who's what? Because for one, I know my wife likes attention, so she likes to take selfies like all you women do, and y'all do. No, I just do it for myself.
Right.
Y'all do it to see how many likes.
Get that thirst on. Right.
It is what it is. I know that, so am I gonna sit there and watch? Oh, this guy said she's beautiful. Hey, beautiful. No, like I don't got time for that. My wife is coming home to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going home to her. That doesn't bother me. I know that she's a woman.
I love that. I love that.
She's a woman, and women do that. You know that already. You know?
But here's my thing. When it comes to that, you're supposed to like me. Like I'm my wife's biggest supporter.
Yes, exactly.
So she posts something
supposed to
up,
be your biggest fan.
I'm going to like it first if I could. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
Of course,
just because I'm supportive like that. Anybody I deem as a friend or whatever like that, but it don't mean I'm stalking.
Right.
And if you notice, most times when I barely don't even like things no more. I hit the love button.
Yeah.
Right. I just show love, just whatever. I just hit the love button or whatever like that. Because
I got that from you actually.
Yeah.
I show love because I seen you do it.
You hit the love button. You know what I'm saying? If somebody's taking the time out to leave a comment or a post or whatever like that, then I'm gonna hit the love button, and that's just me. But now, when it becomes obsessive, I know somebody, right? And I'm not putting nobody on blast. But they went on.
Go ahead. I probably had to say. Go ahead and say what you're gonna say.
They went on. This is when I got married, right? This is when I got married and the whole nine.
Yeah.
And it was an ex of mine.
Right? Oh wow.
And she went on every picture and liked it. And liked it. And liked
that
it
is
every
creepy as F.
picture through my whole album. And I've been on Facebook forever.
That's
and I was
creepy,
like,
dog.
Wow.
Every damn picture.
That is creepy.
That's crazy.
And then later I got hit with a text like, "Oh, you could have let me know you was getting married. Why? Why I had to let
I
you
tell
know?"
you? People are crazy.
You not?
Can
you
I
know
tell
what I'm
you?
saying?
We gonna do a show on the fact that you my ex, you lost privileges.
Right.
People that are your ex and they're no longer in your life, they get mad because you're happy. Now they want to come back. That's retarded.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
But,
crazy.
but,
Nah, it's all good.
Okay. But what I was gonna say is that, like I said, all of that, and I get you. Like you said, I support my wife and everything too. But like I said, like some people like it. Some people got to be on their significant other's page all the time, monitoring. Like you said, well, why did this person? Who's this person? And why did they like that and that? But I did have a similar situation. It wasn't an ex or mine. It was actually with somebody that I knew I went to school with. And one day, matter of fact, I don't know if I was at work, if I was here,
right?
And I just noticed like all these notifications was popping up on my thing, beep, 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 like all these pictures that was liked of my wife. So I'm going and looking, and I'm like, yo. So this dude went in, he went into her thing and just started liking all these pictures, and I was like, yo, I had to check, dude. Like, yo, my man, like, yo, like, what's up, man? You know what do you mean? I was like, what's up with you liking like? It was literally like 40 or 50 something pictures. It was like a crazy number of pictures. I'm like, you just like went into my wife's album like 50 pictures of it, dude. Like what?
Was it somebody I know?
You might know. No. It wasn't. Nah. So I was just like, no, well, you're my friend, and I know y'all would. No, I never would. And I'm married. I said, all right. I said, but yo, do me a favor, like, don't do that no more. Like, don't ever do that again. Even my wife was like creeped out about it. She's like, who's this? Well, I know he was. I see he was your friend. Like, cause I guess he had at one point had friend requests to her, and she seen that we was friends. So she's like, okay. But then dude went in like 50, like literally, like I counted. Right. I counted all the notifications. So I'm like, yo, like what the F is going on? So I'm like, dude, like, you okay?
Even though I'm not hyper techie, that's tantamount to showing dominance or saying she's with me. Like when I'm in the store, my ladies, whatever,
right.
And some dude from like, I'll step up on a joke and eyeball them. So And for me, I think you was absolutely right.
Oh yeah, I
your
was
partner,
absolutely right. Yeah.
50 is a bit much.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
5, whatever.
You want
so
like 1 or 2?
Right. 1 or 2, we can go on that. But you got the sense that you had to let this person know that she's taken, right? So I don't have any problem with that. That's just, you know, as men, you got to put it out there, like.
But that to me that was on some stalkiness. Like I was sitting there like, yo, like don't make me have to find you.
Right.
You know
I
what I'm saying?
totally agree.
that's
1000%.
That's crazy. Like that's just nuts. It's like me just going. I'm saying there's stuff like from years back. So you're just gonna go to somebody's album and like that's gonna creep anybody out.
Right.
If you just notice somebody went and they liking pictures from like 5 years ago and you getting all these notifications like, yo, like
And you going back to 2011 liking stuff.
like who is this person and why are you going through all of my albums and my pictures and you liking this stuff? It's like
Speaking of people, like you gotta like recognize that people are different. Some people are stalkery, and some people like, you know, a relationship. Person want to be in your phone, go in your pocketbook. I'm not that guy. Yeah. Right. Gets me in the pocketbook. I'm like, oh, yeah, all right. You know what I mean? Whereas other people are like, well, if you ain't got nothing to hide. So in that instance, like you got to come to some common ground, like where you recognize that this is how I feel about it. This is how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, what's her password? Let me go into her phone. Let me see you talking to. Let me see your pocketbook, whatever. Some people, they have those type of relations. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and that's
some
not
people do.
stalkery. That's just different strokes for different folks. That's all.
That's to me. That's insecurity. That's not stalking.
I mean,
that's
but
insecurity.
people have. I mean, okay, I'm not particularly into that, but you know. But I guess when it goes from that to, because like my ex-wife knows my social security number and everything. You dig what I'm saying? Little fraud there, whatever. Is that stalking or criminal? I don't know.
I mean, that's
You
just
tell
like
me.
y'all. They'll be all right because you can hear us on the other platforms. But that's just Facebook being Facebook.
Okay, go ahead.
So yeah. So anyway, yeah. Like I mean, it's just like y'all. Like if I see Pete throw up a post, whatever like that. Anything he throw up, I'm going to like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or whatever, woo or a kiss or whatever like that. You know, Instagram or whatever the case may be. Now, obsession is when, you know, you get like a mail. In your case, it'll be a mail. Let's take this. Call it from the 346. State your name when you call it from.
I think that's Ramona.
Yeah, this is Ramona from Vegas. How are you?
Hey,
Vegas,
Y'all my East Coast family. This is the first time I picked y'all up. It's so good to see you and hear the topics and everything. You know, the only reason I commented on this because it happened to me.
Wow.
I literally married somebody off of Facebook, okay? And I had to annul it fully. So because of the lifestyle, sometimes people look at your page and they see, how you doing, team? Good morning. Good afternoon there. It's actually morning here. But I wanted to say and address this because this was probably 6 years ago, and Facebook was really just kind of like hitting its height. And literally, a gentleman came, and he was a pastor too. He was a preacher.
Wow.
I mean, I was living in a mansion. I mean, you know, the lifestyle, you know, all of that good stuff that people see. They don't see the other side of everything. They just looking at your page.
Right.
Well, he literally came in thinking he was going to move in my house, and I mean, I didn't really share. You know what I'm saying with people? I didn't share anything.
Wow.
And it was a very challenging time because literally I had to get the marriage annulled.
Wow.
He didn't come with nothing. He came with some bags. I made him marry me though, and it's real. He married me when he first came. We dated over the internet. You know, we dated over the phone.
Okay.
He said, if I come and I like you, I'll marry you. And we did. We got married the next day. I promise you.
Okay.
This is how Facebook is. And, you know, that's a long time ago experience. It's even gotten worse today. So when I say literally, if I have people on my Facebook page, I didn't get on there to date. Literally.
Okay.
I mean, they may be followers, you know, and this is very important even for men, you know, because women, they're different nowadays. They get on there, they think, oh, well, he's this, that, and that, and really, they're not looking at that you're really a human being still.
Agreed.
And they may be coming at you for different reasons.
Right, absolutely.
And they get obsessed. So everything we saw on TV is real. I had to literally annul with this guy. And then he wanted to come and shut my whole business down in Texas. And I mean, it was an awful experience. I didn't even get to share I was married. And it took me 9 months to get away from him, get him out of my life.
Wow.
And it shut me down from ever wanting to experience that on Facebook. So anytime I see somebody, just every time I get on there, I'm looking out for people that are just. I mean, as soon as you get on your page, they hitting you up.
Yeah.
They're like, "How you doing? How you doing?" That's too much.
Yeah.
That's signs of a stalker. We have to all make sure they're aware. So this is a really good topic today. I know it was God that allowed me to get on here and see you guys. I know y'all are on here every day. It's just my hours are 3 hours behind, so a lot of times you probably already are. However, this is so home. This is so close to home.
Yes.
People talk about it, but to actually experience it, you know, and you really don't know. You know, you can have a lot of fans, and I know for me, I have probably 10,000. I can't even get probably any more. I've always been full like that. So for those of us that have the large following, yeah, it's not the best. It's not. And I stay very close to Facebook to the point where I keep it business.
Yes.
Because you do. I can't even imagine being a man on Facebook. I can't even imagine.
Yes.
Probably horrible.
Well, you know what? I'm definitely glad. I appreciate you calling in and sharing that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you definitely telling the truth about that. Like the whole social media stalking is real. Instagram as well. It's crazy. It's crazy. You definitely got to be careful out there. So we appreciate you calling in. You could call back.
Well, I thank you for letting me share too, and good talking to all of you. Stay on there, stay abreast, let the people know, because it's for real. And social media, yes, is good for some things, but if you dating somebody new and they coming on your Facebook page, I wouldn't put them on there. It's not good. They don't need to know your past. They really don't, because they're not going to understand. They need to get to know you first.
Definitely. Well, thanks, fam. I'll be talking to you soon.
Respect.
All right, sounds like a plan. Y'all have a blessed one.
You too.
I look forward to coming up there and seeing you too, face to face. I'm coming.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, take care. God bless.
Before we move on, Ramona brought up something very interesting. That is, when I get on social media, I see a lot of pastors, right? A lot of pastors get like a secondary account and they get on a thirst, or they make up inappropriate remarks, and they get so lust filled that they start to reveal themselves. That's like a thing. Like pastors. Okay. Number one, saying a lot of inappropriate things to women, you know, liking pages and talking really nasty. They so much into lust that they forget that it says pastor someone. They forget to go to their creepy account, and they get on that. Number one. Number two, a lot of these pastors troll for gay people, gay homosexual people. Like it's a big problem with pastors. They are anonymous, right? And they're really not. I mean, that's just something that I noticed. So when she said that, I was like, wow. Yeah. Number two, she said something too. She said she can't imagine. While we don't talk about it, as for us men, it gets a little creepy too. Am I right, guys? Like after the like, look at this and look at that. Man, when somebody that you don't know start talking to you in a way like you know them, or they send you some pictures and you're like, I don't even know you. Yeah, I crack jokes and whatever, but as a human being, if I never met you in my life and you starting to send pictures of what God gave you, that is creepy. Like, it's not sexy. So it goes both ways. I know women catch it, but we catch it too.
Yes, no doubt. You got a story I see you pulling up.
I pulled up some stuff, just, you know, things that unfortunate situations that happen, murders and things like that, due to social media. And there's one story that came up that a man killed his friend because he poked his girlfriend on Facebook.
Oh, come on.
Because now that's become an inappropriate thing, like when you poke somebody. And it's funny, Danielle Ilario, she cracks me the hell up. She went on her story and she said it. She was like, okay, so we have DMs, we have messages, we have texts, we have this, we have that. How many times in a day do I have to say hello to you? How many ways? Now you're poking me? Now you're waving at me? Okay, I said hi, hey, what the fuck? Like, that's enough. Like, I said hi already. So this dude apparently got pissed off because one of his friends kept poking his girlfriend and killed him.
Yo, crazy. But see,
gets there.
something is seriously wrong with him.
And look,
you know what I'm saying? But you know the crazy thing about it though? What we don't realize, pokes are automated. Facebook.
Yeah.
So it don't even have to be the actual
The person doing it.
poking you or the waves.
Yeah.
It don't have
Yeah.
to be the actual person waving at you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some of it is just automated through some type of bots on Facebook. And so you can be mad at somebody for poking your girlfriend and it wasn't even actually them.
Wasn't even them.
But this is my thing. Like,
That's a good point.
We got to stop being so sensitive. Like, come on. Like, what is if you're that insecure? Like, don't leave the house. Like, if somebody poked your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or
as long as they ain't actually poking them.
exactly,
Right,
or they
exactly.
put they put a heart emoji, or they just whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you kill somebody over a poke? Like, that's like over and beyond to me of the realm of craziness.
They even had this other guy that killed his wife because she changed her status from married to single.
Man, it ain't that damn serious.
Well,
You will live.
Were they
Jesus
single?
Christ.
Were they not
Apparently
married
she did.
anymore?
It ain't that serious,
it says
bro.
even
Man up.
even, what it says,
Jesus.
even as adults, even adults can succumb to the ugliest, that is cyber jealousy. One day, Edward Richardson, 26-year-old's wife, Sarah, decided to change her relationship status from married to single. Now, this would probably anger most married men, but since the couple was already separated, she probably didn't see it as a big deal.
Exactly.
Edward
So they
Richardson felt different.
separate.
They were she was single. Wow.
Crazy.
As a
snuck into
very
our parents' house,
listen,
killed her while she
as a
slept.
as a very sensitive guy, right? Because I am cry at movies and who look at the little puppy. Everybody knows I'm saying they make fun of me. Yo, dog, man up. You know what I mean? It's gonna be okay. It's not that serious.
She was now single.
I mean, you with a person, they no longer with you. You'll live.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? There's other people out there. Stop taking this crap. So, yo, man,
much to heart.
Just get off of it sometimes.
Shout out to Dorothy.
Maybe you're addicted to this stuff, this social media.
Dorothy Bolton. Good morning, Doc. Good afternoon. It is not that serious.
It's
People taking
not.
Facebook serious. Get a life. It's
Get a real life.
It's all thing warrants a response. Ignore them.
Yep.
Agreed.
I
Get
agree.
a real life,
I agree.
yo.
It's crazy.
Take
out
a
here.
walk.
But
I've
some people are
seen-
just so
nutty person.
possessive, and I think that's what it is. People view each other as possessions instead of people now, and I think that's
Right.
where
Clap
the
that
problem
up.
comes. Like,
Clap
oh, you're
that up.
mine. No, I'm not yours, and you're not mine. Like
Right,
at any point in time, if I decide to go this way and you decide to go that way,
Right.
we can do that because we're not joined at the hip. You don't own me,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
love you, and I'm here because of that. You love me, you're here because of that. But I don't own you, and you don't own me. I'm not your property. I'm not cattle, and that's the
Right.
problem.
Right.
You
but
can't
the-
help a people at the
But
same
see,
time.
again, it goes back to what we was talking about earlier. Though people, everybody doesn't handle rejection well.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of these cases come from. You know, like, you just think about it. You know, the pretty girl on Instagram or on Facebook, and the guy is just like, she
Trolling.
He says one nice thing like, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful," and she goes, "Oh, thank you," with a heart.
Right.
In his crazy ass mind, he's like,
She's in love with
she
me.
loves
She likes me. She likes me.
She loves me.
Oh,
Whatever.
that's
So he responds.
crazy.
So he responds back. Man, you know, I think about sometimes we should maybe date or hook up if I'm in your town or something like that. And she may go, maybe, you know, maybe whatever.
They
Blah
egg
blah
it
blah
on.
blah blah.
People egg it on.
So in his mind, it's like, oh, there's a chance.
Right.
And then every day he's waking up to her, good morning, underneath her post.
I got a
Good morning, every day.
That happens a lot.
crazy.
That builds up that obsession.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if she's responding to it. That's why one of the tips was don't respond. You know, if you realize that this person is
becoming a regular.
Yeah, stalkerish behavior.
Yeah.
And I just want to underscore before we turn the page here something that P just said. Let me tell you something to underscore my brother. You don't own nobody or nothing. Listen. Your self-esteem cannot be wrapped up into another person.
Exactly.
Your happiness is personal. Guess what?
That's the name.
Guess
Self-esteem.
what? Guess what? If you're married, right? You don't own your wife. You don't own your husband. Your happiness and your balance has to come from you, from some degree of spirituality, which is what I believe helps me stay sane. So as someone that's been dumped and cheated on, it is it me and catching feelings and guess what you know your spouse they was with another person before you. And guess what, wait, And if you break up, they'll be with another person. Listen, you mutually agree, right, to work on your individual happiness together. That is a relationship, not this ownership stuff. I'm talking to myself, right? God, she did this, she did that. Your self-esteem cannot be wrapped up in another person's sexuality, whatever. They slept with me, now they slept with somebody else. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to sleep with them. Now they don't want to sleep with you. With your heart emojis and your heart faces and your stalking tendencies and stuff. Your self-esteem cannot be wrapped in another person because other
paper.
So listen.
Yo.
Because guess what? People make mistakes, right? Just like you make mistakes. People are human, right? You gotta decide that you have value. If you're wrapping your value up in someone else, you are always going to be disappointed. Get some spirituality. Get the hell off of Facebook. And Thirsty Jenkins is telling you this. They call me thirsty. Right? Stop being that damn thirsty.
Ramona, you just called in. I think Wu liked your voice. You're going to get an inbox from him.
Oh, yeah. Thirsty Jenkins on the DM.
You're definitely going to get an inbox.
Thirsty Jenkins
He's
on the
going to
DMs.
find your name on Facebook.
Exactly.
And hunt you out. Search you out.
That's right. And I'm going to lick your toes, too. How about that?
Don't you take P's job. All right. Now, here we go.
Yo, funny.
Now, we definitely got to talk about this. This is something that kind of bothered me. I think it bothered all of us. Have y'all heard about this new 3D printing with the guns?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
So you can make a gun now on a 3D printer. And they got instructions for it all online, the internet. And they're trying to block certain judges now try to block this thing in certain states or whatever like that, and Trump is looking into it and the whole nine, but it's running rampant like crazy. So you can be in your crib, you can have a 3D printer in your house or whatever like that and make a gun.
It just gets worse and worse.
Yeah,
so, that's really bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna run a clip real quick, and y'all tell us what you think.
We are about to enter a new time in gun manufacturing, the age of the downloadable gun.
Tomorrow, the software, the instructions for a 3D printer to build a gun for you right at home goes public. Well, it was supposed to until about an hour ago, when a federal judge issued a temporary restraining order barring the release of this information online. It's a controversy, a huge controversy that the NRA calls, quote, freedom and innovation, and some Democrats call the ultimate gun loophole. They're called ghost guns, home-built, untraceable firearms, manufactured piece by piece using a 3D printer. Some models, like the Liberator, are reportedly all plastic, except for one household nail used as a firing pin. The fear from lawmakers, not only are they untraceable, but undetectable.
Coming to a theater near you, coming to a school near you, coming to a sports stadium.
And on Wednesday, August 1st, the software to build these was supposed to be free to download around the world from a nonprofit called Defense Distributed.
No, gun control is not dead. It's undead. Gun control is undead.
The face of the movement and the founder of Defense Distributed is 30-year-old Cody Wilson.
Welcome to the age of the printed magazine.
Wilson, along with the Second Amendment Foundation, has fought the government in court for years, trying to protect the Second Amendment with the First. Their argument, it is their right, under protected speech, to share the information on how to build these guns. And last month, they won. The State Department settled out of court, agreeing to let Defense Distributed post its instructions, even pay for their legal fees. 8 states sued to block this from happening, and early Tuesday evening, a federal judge ordered the group not to release the blueprints. That's the backstory. Here are the footnotes. Can you even make your own firearm? According to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives in Minnesota, it has always been legal to manufacture certain guns at your home for personal use. And as long as you aren't selling them, you don't need a license to make them. You don't even need to stamp them with a serial number. Another typical question, can you make plastic guns that go through a metal detector? According to the ATF and the NRA, the answer is no. You cannot build a gun that passes a metal detector or doesn't appear as a gun in an X-ray machine. That law is 30 years old. How much is one of these printers? $2,100, according to ghostgunner.net. What happens next? Now, the case the State Department settled out of court will now be argued in court, and if it goes the distance, it will set both First and Second Amendment legal precedent.
This temporary restraining order affects the entire country. Minnesota.
This is the world we live in now.
Yeah, man.
This is the world we live in now. Very scary. $2,100, right?
Yeah.
Buy one of these 3D printers.
And there's a lot of them in circulation right now.
And make guns.
Yeah.
And make guns now. So
P,
they're very popular.
What does the firing pin do on a gun?
The firing pin is what makes the projectile go, like the actual
so
bullet.
That's the hammer that strikes.
That's the hammer that strikes the bullet.
So check this out. Me and Pete was talking about this, right? You know that when the hammer hits the back of the projectile, right? That has a very distinctive impression that it puts on them.
Yeah.
Right? If your firing pin is a nail, kill somebody, right? I take the household nail that was my firing pin and just nail it in a piece of wood, right? And then melt down my gun. I melt down the gun. Also, the striations on the barrel make an indentation on the bullet, right? That's how that's the forensics, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
If it's plastic, right? Or like I said, if I take my gun, I kill somebody and I melt down my gun and nail my nail into the thing in the wall, completely untraceable.
Yeah. Well, that's what I just said.
Completely. That is
untraceable.
Horribly scary.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, but
the
you know
devil
what?
is out. It's busy, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? That unfortunately, that's the world that we live in. Instead of trying
Good morning,
to,
Jackie D.
What's up, sis?
Jackie.
Instead of trying to
Flamethrower.
preserve life and make life better, it's like we just keep coming up with better ways to
kill people.
To kill people.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like and so that people don't get caught doing it. Like this is the perfect
They
weapon.
designed this technology to not get caught.
To not get
Kill
caught.
people.
This is a perfect weapon right here.
Exactly.
Because it could be untraceable. Like you said, at the end of the day, once you're done with it, you can melt it. So once it's melted down, there's no way to trace.
And the firing pin is a nail.
The firing pin is a nail, which I nail into my wall. How you tracing that?
Here's my thing. God forbid.
Crazy.
God forbid. These gangs get a hold of
$2,100.
A couple 3D printers, which if they selling nothing to buy three of them, and they start mass manufacturing
their
these
own guns.
plastic guns,
ghost guns,
for their own gangs to do damage.
Yeah.
And not only that, start manufacturing to sell and distribute.
Right.
Exactly.
What's going to happen then? It's bad enough. It's hard to keep legal guns off the street.
Exactly.
Illegal guns,
and guns that you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Can trace.
That you can trace off the street. So now you can just go print one in your home.
So
in your bedroom.
Let me ask you something. You know the gangs and the minorities, and they're so violent and such thugs and stuff like that, right? I got a question, because we got to take accountability for our actions and the violence that we perpetrate against each other. We don't manufacture guns. Every gun in the hood
never have.
Wait a minute. Every gun in the hood was placed there not by us, because we're not gun manufacturers.
Exactly.
So one, who is violent and whose fault is it? See, if the fault is with us, it's also with the people that manufacture the guns. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, if now you get this technology, right? You know what it's about. Do you hold the people that send the information or flood the guns in the community as responsible as you do with the thug that uses it? Why are we viewed as hyper violent, but the person that manufactured it, thought of it, and then flooded it in our community is just free and clear? Kind of like they do with drugs.
Yeah.
We're criminals.
Yeah.
They need help, etc., etc.
But
Just saying.
Just think of this. This was something that was going to go worldwide or nationwide for free. Like, if a little kid knows how to get on the internet and go to the site, he could pull it up, download it, and if his mommy and daddy got a 3D printer, he can go make his own guns, AR-15s, Berettas, But you got to pay to go online to learn, get an education. Like this is where this
there's loopholes around
government
that even now.
But the violence is free.
The violence is
free download, but got to pay money for education.
You know what it is? Not for nothing. Even if it was just the fact of them having to pay, if that was the only option to get the software was to pay for it. All you need is one idiot.
Person, yeah.
You need one idiot to download it, and then what happens after that?
Download.
Now we're going on YouTube.
Sure, it's on the dark net right now.
Now that one idiot is going to go on YouTube
and
create a tutorial that's going to teach everybody who can't afford it how to build them anyway. So
Explosives too.
We're jacked.
Yeah. It's already out here.
The crazy.
Who's violent though?
The crazy thing about it, right?
Who's the violent?
Jackie said it. These kids are smart. It
I
takes one person.
I see city administrations, right, locking up people because they don't concrete their sidewalk properly because it may hurt somebody or harm somebody, right? So you mean to tell me you can't easily pass a legislation that says that these particular firearms are banned, this technology is banned, you have to now have a license. You should be able to, now anybody that buys a 3D printer, they should put it under the microscope like anything else. Like anything else.
Well, so you can't do that because
you buy rat poison.
No,
you
what
buy
I'm saying,
arsenic, right?
Right.
You're on a list.
But 3D printers,
you know that, right?
3D printers are there's 3D printers in the school systems.
Yeah, for good things.
So, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. So you can't say, okay, everybody who buys a 3D printer, we got to put them on the microscope
Just
now
put them on the list.
Everybody is not using it for ill-gotten gain. Everybody's not doing dumb stuff like that.
I get you.
You know, the technology, like all technology, when it came out, when most things come out, they were developed
good intentions.
For good intentions.
Right.
And then you have these morons who figure out, well, you know, like even the gun and gunpowder, like the Chinese did not invent that for what we use it for. It was good. It was for good intentions in the beginning. But you get the one idiot that say, hey, but if we do this and we do this and we do this, it could do that. Hey, why don't we do that? So I mean, you can't take something that's actually, you know, something that was for good and say, well, anybody that buys it now, we got to put them on the list.
In the times that we live in, right? If they putting you on a list for buying arsenic and you using the arsenic maybe to kill rats or rodents or whatever the case may be, right? So you get on a list for that, right? If you buy certain materials that can make bombs, you're put on a list.
Yeah, well, definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
This is
so we live in a world where it's, you know what I'm saying, like, it's so information to learn how to destroy and kill and maim and whatever like that.
Easy.
You have to come up with a way to deter these things, right? Unless and you know what? The crazy thing about it, I'm starting to think like the government is allowing these things for population control.
Did you say you just?
No.
Haven't you been around me for a long
but I'm saying, But I'm saying,
has he joined the team?
No, I haven't.
Has he joined the team?
Joined y'all crazy ass
welcome. We welcome you.
But think about it. Why would you allow certain things like this to be out there? You know what I'm saying? Why is it so easily available to access bullets and weapons? It's the bullets that kill, right?
Well, if you look at it though, they're putting up the farce that they're not trying to. If you look at it, because they say, oh, the states are fighting against, but you know it's gonna pass. This just them saying, well, look, guys, we put up the good fight, but we lost, so now this is, you know, they gotta save face. They can't just say, yeah, look, we're gonna do this so the streets gonna be flooded with all these plastic ghost guns. They can't do that. So they gotta because when you're dealing with when does the NRA ever lose? Let's look at that.
They own the government.
When have they ever lost?
They own the people that make laws. They own them.
Exactly. They don't lose.
Never lose, man.
And if the NRA is behind this, it is going to pass.
Two things.
They are behind it.
That's what I'm saying.
To speak to Norm's point, you have to have a license to have a car, right? But there's no background. You could take your car and go kill somebody with it. You could buy a steak knife and kill somebody with a steak knife. You see what I'm saying? So it's when you're talking about 3D printers and stuff, I don't know. In the same way that you license to have a car, right? Because a nutty person could take a car and kill fire as a weapon. Yeah. Anything can be used as a weapon. Yeah. But to get back to P's point, this wicked NRA that says if you stand up against the NRA, it means you're against the right to bear arms, of which I'm with.
Yeah.
Right? They try to cloud me with this thing where, because I believe, right, that the fact that you got a gun to go, right? That I stand up against that. That means that I'm some nut that is afraid of guns, and I don't want to be able to defend and protect myself. But it's the intention. The intention of the automatic rifle is to kill people.
Exactly.
Right?
In this path.
But the NRA, with their wicked doublemint, right? The minute you say, can we get background checks or psychological profiles or whatever, they go, oh, you're going to take. I'm not asking to take gun. I believe in the right to bear arms.
Yeah.
But now with this 3D printing, the same way they drown our community in drugs, the same way they drown. I'm talking about from our perspective now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The same way they drown our community with guns, they gonna drown it with this. But you got to go back to the source.
Yeah.
You got to listen. These things are designed.
Yes.
Right. Unfortunately, in America, the first group of people to get killed is who? Us.
Yeah. Well, the Native Americans were first, but then
they got wiped out. Damn near.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Look, we live in a violent society. Built historically, America is just violent.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Violent and retarded when it comes to sex.
But even if you think about it, though, even if you think about the statement he just made about America is violent, it is. But who has made America violent?
Hey, don't say that. Don't say that,
Where
Massa.
did the violence come from?
Don't say that, sir. Please don't talk against Massa, sir.
It's built on violence.
Shh, they gonna come get you, P. Don't say that.
Violence begets violence.
Who
starts the violence?
All right. Enough of this bull crap. America didn't create violence. America did not create violence.
It was formed with violence.
Okay, all right.
It was formed in violence, and still violent.
There's violence in the motherland. There's violence in so many other continents and whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's keep it 100. Now, did we start equating violence with money? That's where America. That's what
That's
America
the American
did.
way.
Right. But that's
the American way.
What we did with it.
And sprinkle some sex on top of it.
Yeah, or whatever like that. So let's cut it out with like American violent, whatever like that. Other countries are violent too.
But I live in America. I don't live in other countries. I live here.
Killings and murders weren't just created by Americans and even the Europeans or whatever like that. So let's cut it out. Let's be honest about it. Enough of that bullshit. Go ahead. Tired of y'all.
I'm tired, y'all.
Everything. America gets credit for everything. Not everything.
Everything bad.
Not everything bad either.
No. There are great. Listen. Just because I'm critical of it, don't mean I don't love it. It's because I'm American. Just like when I correct my children and let them know what they're doing wrong. I don't be like, I love you, so therefore I'm not gonna point out stuff. Nah, Duke. This is a violent. Listen, Americans kill Americans every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Absolutely.
Very violent.
We didn't invent violence.
No, absolutely.
Hey, we
not.
perfected it though.
There we go. I was about to say that. We
got six. Kill you in America, Jack.
And you a deacon?
Hey,
look,
we the greatest military force on the planet is America.
He a deacon.
Yeah, I was supposed to speak the
Can't
truth.
kill
Abel.
Man, listen.
Now it's his brother.
Yes, exactly.
And that was in the beginning of time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It started out.
All right.
It started out early.
So let's get it right.
What's up, sis?
Brother was killing brother. Way back when.
Yeah, but man, listen, but they making it a lot easier now, though.
We perfected.
Perfected it.
Listen, we perfected in this country, Jack.
You want to learn how to kill something?
America.
Why you think the American military trains other countries' military? Because we kill the best. We want to show you how to be a proficient killer.
If there's a redneck,
if you're gonna go kill, we're gonna make sure you go kill everything.
If there's a redneck with a flag talking about America, with a Confederate flag, is he violent? Of course he is. Of course he is. That's his bread and butter.
I just think, like I said, this is just another. It's like it's
got
another.
Women getting stoned and killed in other countries just because they cheated on their man. Like, cut it out.
And that's wrong too.
All right.
That's retarded
so
too.
that don't have nothing to do with America. Do it. It's the culture.
Yeah, but I don't live in that country. I live in this country.
All right.
So I'm going to comment on the country I live in.
All right.
That's all.
But if
go ahead, my brother.
But you know what? Let's take it.
That's wrong too. What you do is wrong too.
Let's take it to some of those countries that you're talking about, though, because the crime rates and all that stuff, and the violent rates are a lot lower than they are here. Because of consequence. You know, the difference in consequence.
Interesting point.
In those other countries versus, like I said, you will have a group of people, like I said, say you cheated on your wife or you raped a child or something like that. A group of people, just regular people, come and get you, and they will punish you. Like nobody wants.
Well, that's how they regulate.
That's how they regulate.
Because it's real consequences.
Exactly.
Ain't no lawyer,
versus,
no investigation.
You know,
your ass just get killed. For
versus if here, if you have immense amount of money, chances are you probably got to go to jail.
Yeah, that's true.
What's you talking about violence? What's more violent, America or religion? Religion is just as violent.
Most
wars. But I'm saying, let's be honest about it.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about it. So it ain't just America. Everything has to stem from somewhere. Everything has a root.
Yes.
Everything has a root to it. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at where a lot of these things come from. This violence.
Religion creates a lot of violence.
Slavery. All of that.
Religion is responsible for slavery too.
All right, okay.
No doubt.
All right.
No question about
Let my people go. That was way before the slave trade, the American slave trade.
Okay. So the last thing.
I'm just saying.
Last thing. In Europe, right? Like Britain, for instance, they have the same. Wait. They got the same standard of living that we have, right? They're technologically in England, right?
Yeah.
They're as proficient as we are technologically.
Yes.
They're less violent. Why?
Yes, they are.
Why? No. They got access to guns and knives and prostitution and this and that. Their police don't carry guns. Ours do.
Yeah.
Why? They got the same standard. As a matter of fact, we got our standard from living from them.
Yeah.
Let's go to Canada, right? Let's go to Sweden or Norway. They're technologically proficient, but they're less violent.
Yeah.
Why? Their citizens kill each other less than, right? Yeah. Do they got the prison industrial complex that we have? No. Are they bathed in drugs the way we're bathed? No. Do they got the same violence that we got? No. Why? That's all I'm saying. Of course there's violence everywhere. But if you look at different cultures that have the same technology and same access to sex, drugs, and rock and roll, we seem to love it.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. We do it to death.
This country is culturally bred for violence.
What is it? What is it? 2 guns for every person?
All right, and go research Russia's crime rate. Just do that for me.
You talking about Russia though?
But
he didn't say nothing about Russia.
I know. I'm saying it. But I just gave you 5 other countries that are less violent than us.
I'm equating it. But
well, Russia. We might be Russia soon. So we're fitting fine.
Well, they decided the election though.
We be Russia.
So you know,
Russia too.
They decided the election.
Well, guess what?
Around with this clown.
They decided the election. We might be Russian in 5 years.
Real quick, on a lighter note, and then we'll come right back. What's happening August 18th?
Yes.
At Express Lounge in Plainfield, New Jersey.
At 301 Richmond Street, we're going to be having our third Who Owns the Mic event. Again, tickets are $10. If you get your tickets in advance, you get to partake in the buffet. And if you are partaking in the open mic, come through early, sign your name, come express yourself, share your talents with, the crew that's there. It's by applause only, so don't come over here thinking we're gonna have some Apollo, everybody getting booed and stuff. And we're gonna have none other than the boys from Lean On Me. Riff is gonna be coming and they're gonna be tearing the stage down. So if you guys want to come out and have a good time with BKS fam, come out August 18th. We're trying to do this every month. Express Lounge. It's been a dope event every since.
Make sure y'all there.
No doubt. That's Who Owns the Mic, man.
Yes.
So we're looking for singers, spoken word artists, comedians. Come on out. It's a great event.
Whatever.
It's grown sexy. It's definitely a grown sexy event. Yeah, drink specials, special guest artists, like you said. Riff is going to be tearing it up on this one. Y'all remember Riff from the movie Lean On Me? Well, hey, they got some brand new music out.
Yes.
The brothers are looking sharp. They sounding good and everything. They are doing their thing. All right, so it's the Who Owns the Mic at Express Lounge, 301 Richmond Street, August 18th.
Doors open at what time?
Doors open at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
All right, 7 p.m. It's hosted by BKS1 Radio. It's going to be a cash prize, too, so if y'all know some singers, some spoken word artists,
encourage them to come out.
That want to get down, whatever like that, the entry fee is only $10.
Yes.
Even to get in and enjoy yourself, and just look at the great show and hear the music all that night. It's only $10 to get in, and if you get that $10 advance ticket, you do get to participate in the free buffet.
Yes.
All right. You only get down with the buffet if you get that advance ticket.
Yes.
So again, it's only $10. Come on out August 18th, Saturday, and have a great time on the ones and twos. I'll be rocking all the classic jams and just keeping your head bopping and everything all night long. So come on out, enjoy BKS1 Radio. Who owns the mic?
Yes.
August
And
18th.
you guys make sure you go out and support Riff, their new single "When You Love" on all digital outlets. Go and support. Check out what you're gonna be expecting that night. Support black music, all music,
Support black
dope music.
That's right.
As long as Norm's not singing it. Come
Hey
on,
General.
Keith.
Hey General.
What's good?
Forgive me, off the subject. What's up with Facebook and sound every damn day, bro?
Yeah,
Like, what's
it
up
was
with
going
that,
in and
man?
out.
What? I'm sorry. All right,
we
General,
got to call Mark. Mark's up.
What's
we gotta
up,
have a
bro?
sit down
Every
meeting with him.
day?
They trying to shut everybody down. Y'all don't know.
Every day?
Jackie D said Russia's crime rate is off the hook.
Yes.
I just saw a documentary about the crime rate. You're shaking my head. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
See, it ain't just us, peoples.
Yeah, but
it ain't just us.
we
And
are
even
Russia
gang
right
violence
now.
in certain other countries is at an all-time high. It's all across the world. You know what I blame?
What do you blame?
I blame rap music. No, I'm saying.
Black on black crime.
But
wow. 12% of the population is 50% of the prison population. You're just violent people.
No doubt. But real talk, we will be back tomorrow morning on the Man Cave Morning Show.
Another great show.
Yes. I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed your comments. We had a good time with the people, right?
Yes.
Very informative show once again.
No
And
doubt.
thank you. Who was that that called in first again? What was
Ramona.
Ramona.
No,
Tammy.
Ramona. Tammy first. Tammy and
Tammy and
Ramona.
Ramona, yes.
Tammy and Ramona.
Thanks
Thank
both you ladies for calling
Yes.
in today.
Thank you. We love
Giving
you.
your testimonies
Yes.
of
Craziness.
craziness.
No
in this
doubt.
world.
Yes.
No doubt. And look, as we always say on the Man Cave Morning Show, this show is never about us.
Hey.
It
It's
is about-
always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret.
And we out here.
Wakanda
Peace out,
forever.
y'all. We love
Bang,
y'all.
bang, 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 bang. Love you.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.
It's your girl Chanel, BKS1 Radio, and I'm here with the beautiful Garcelle Bouvet.
I'm paying you later. Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio Network. I'm here with the amazing Miss Tasha Smith. How you doing?
I'm doing so good. Thank you for coming out.
Yes.
I really appreciate it.
Hello, Denise Boutte. Hey, what's up? Shout out to BKS1 Radio. See you soon.
Brick City's finest, J.D. Williams. I'm in the Savage Podcast Studio, chilling at BKS1 Radio.
BKS1 Radio. I'm here with the legendary Mr. Dick Gregory. How you doing today, sir?
Fantastic, brother, and thank you.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Jamie Foxx, BKS1 Radio. What's going on with you?
This is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton for BKS1 Radio. They be doing the dog, y'all.
Yo, this is Chris Spencer, and you're on BKS1 Radio.